This is Ozcast. Join us walking down the yellow brick road and remembering the Wizard of Oz and Judy Garland and other fun conversations about the world of Oz.
Hello everyone, this is Aaron Passantine, and I would like to welcome everyone to the Ozcast series. Today we have Lisa Carmichael. Lisa Carmichael lives in Rhode Island. How are you, Lisa?
I'm alright. I'm doing well.
Good. It's so nice to hear from you.
Nice to hear from you.
Thank you so much.
I first got into The Wizard of Oz at the age of 3 when my mother sat me down and she made me watch it, and I loved every single moment of it. Since then, I'm 32 now, and apparently a great big collector of Oz materials, from posters to dolls, to figurines, everything you can think of. I even have pillowcases that are set nicely on my collector bed, and it's an enjoyment to have. It's a wonderful collection that I keep because it's true down to what it is. It's nostalgia at its best, basically.
Right. Wow, that's amazing. So, your mother sat you down to watch the movie?
Yes, I'll never forget that.
Wow. Do you really remember that day?
I remember that night because my godparents came over too, and my mother told me everything. And watch this, and look at that. Oh, Lisa, look, the cyclone. You know what that is? And that's how I got into it, because she loved it as a child.
That's good. That's wonderful. So, are you happy living in Rhode Island, or do you wish that you were living out in Los Angeles and you could be more involved with things out there?
Yes, I wish I could be involved a lot more because I'm here in Rhode Island, and because I'm in Rhode Island, I really can't get to a place like New York or Los Angeles or anywhere down there because I really don't have enough money to even go to these places. The money that I make actually goes towards my collection.
Right, yes, that's amazing. So, now obviously, since today is focused on your collectibles, and today is a very special day for you, of course, for all of us that produce the show, because today is focused on your collectibles. And if you don't mind, what are some of the most cherished items in your collection?
Oh, I have this limited edition, a horse of a different color, and my mother got me that I think a couple Christmases ago, and it is the most beautiful figurine you will ever find, and I enjoyed that. Me and my mother have always said that that's one of our best ones.
Wow.
I do have the Brass Key Oz collection, and I have the latest in past 2 collections of the Barbie dolls of the Wizard of Oz. Those are I love them because I can see them. They're the Barbie dolls of today, of now, not of the 80s or the 70s. That's what I love, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's really neat. So, of all the items in your collection now, like the brass horse or any of those things, how much do you think, one of the ones is worth, today, do you think?
Oh,
the most?
Most?
Yeah.
Why? Yes, I have these puppets from the 60s that I found at an actual antique store, and I found them maybe a year or 2 ago, and they were I'm looking at them, I go, that's the Scarecrow, oh my God, that's the Tin Man, the Lion. I found basically the whole line except for Dorothy, and I believe it was from the 60s, because I saw a picture of it online.
Wow, that's really interesting. So, with all the items in your collection today, do you have over 300 or 400 items, or do you have about 150? How many do you think that you have?
Oh my God!
When you would count, you would need to count all the collectibles, all DVD releases, Wizard of Oz releases, magazines, newspaper, everything. How much would you have there?
Oh my God! I got a lot of sets. I got a lot of everything you just said. I would say close to about maybe 3 or 4, because 100, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Possible, because as I buy things lately, I just take them, make room on the shelf and I put them in. What I have to do now is I have to clean up each shelf and redo each shelf nice, so that way I can see everything I have and count everything all together, because I do have quite a lot. It's extensive.
Right. Wow. I know personally, before you have emailed me personally some of the photos of your collection, and it's amazing. I know you have a lot of wonderful things.
Oh, yes, I have the F&B dolls, too. Kurt Adler, figurines with snow globes and Wizard of Oz snow babies.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, I got some beautiful, I really do have some beautiful stuff. Even Wicked memorabilia.
That's great. Wow. What are some of the things you have from the Wicked musical?
Well, Wicked, when I had gone to see it, I had bought the Defying Gravity globe, and I had also gotten through eBay the Glinda globe. I still have yet to get the one with the two of them. And I got like little keychains and the magnets. I have a whole bunch of like 3 or 4 posters of Wicked that I had bought through eBay too.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, do you have anything related to the Return to Oz movie?
I do have the Return to Oz DVD, and I believe when I had bought the VHS, it came with like a postcard.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I took the postcard and I put it into an actual green frame, and it sits right in the middle of all of my Oz memorabilia.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's really neat. Now, do you have any memorabilia from Return to Oz?
I've been trying to find some, and it's very, very high in price.
Yeah,
And
some of it is.
I don't know how to get much of anything else, because it is very extensively high, and so
Yeah.
I just try to do whatever I can.
When you can, yeah.
Get involved in the community and talk to people, and because if I can do that, that's another way. That's kind of like a collection where you can like get to know people, and you
Yeah.
can collect thoughts and memories and everything, because I even have scrapbooks. You know what I'm saying? I've got everything that you can think of.
Right. That's really neat. And I know that it's like, for example, I know that one year you came to South Carolina, not to visit me, but you came to South Carolina with your family to a vacation area, and I got to meet with you last year, and I got to see your scrapbook, which you put together, and I know you've had a lot of neat Wizard of Oz related scrapbook things and photos that you put together in that scrapbook.
Yes, I do that with the Oz group that I'm on, Everything Oz Yahoo group.
Right.
And whenever we have a chance, we go and we think up things to do. There's something called Secret Pals. We send each other Oz stuff. And it's basically, we try to do scrapbooking and stuff like that, that really involves friends and Oz friends, into the community.
Right.
Work on scrapbooking and collecting. Just the other day, I got something else for my scrapbook.
Great.
Like a button thing to add right into it. Which,
Good.
was very nice, because friends help friends, and that's a very good... It works well, because that's what it's all about. It's about, the best friends you ever had.
That's right. Yeah, that's what they say in the movie. You're the best friends anybody ever had, that Judy Garland had said. So that's a quote that a lot of people will remember, I'm sure, a long time from now.
Yes, that was one of my favorite quotes, because of the fact it was about friends, how you feel.
Right.
Because the quote is all about the feeling of the movie.
That's right.
Itself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have to admit, when it comes to collecting and when it comes to watching the movie, it is just a sentimentality that's very touching and heartfelt that really draws me, and I love it.
Right. What's your favorite scene from the Wizard of Oz movie?
Oh, I got a bunch. I always love, the tornado scene, because that's what she gets there. But I love when her ruby slippers are right at the beginning of the yellow brick road, and she walks right on it, and you see them right past the screen. That is the most beautiful. I am touched by how it makes you feel.
Yes.
Because it's powerful to know.
Right.
Because those shoes mean so much.
In the movie, yeah.
love the end scene when she says goodbye to her friends. You're the best friend I've ever had, basically, she's saying.
Right.
She loves them.
Right, she does. They're very meaningful to her. What, if you can recall, when you watch the movie now when you're older, do you appreciate it? I'm sure you appreciate it even more now than you're older, and you have a better respect for it now that you're older, right? It means more to you?
Oh, it's embedded into my heart, and as a matter of fact, previously, right before I had come home, I had just watched The Wizard of Oz at my best friend's house.
Today?
With her daughter. Yes, today.
Wow.
And it was what she wanted to see. Little Lexi wanted to see The Wizard of Oz. I wasn't going to stop her.
Right.
So, as I'm watching it, I'm saying to myself, this is one beautiful movie. This is like, it's something you want to watch with your friends.
Of course.
And your family.
Yeah.
It's
such a great movie.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's long. It's it's classic. I can't say anything bad about it.
Of course, there's nothing to say bad about it, but it's such a good movie, and I think even as the years go by, more people will learn to appreciate that movie because of the good moral it has, the good family, it brings together for the family. It's good for the family. There's just nothing negative that you could say about a movie that has been so timeless for generation after generation for the family and for people and even the fans of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely right. You need to say that because it brings out the person in people. It brings out the collector in people. It makes people, think twice, I think, about life sometimes.
Right. You're right.
I have to say that.
Yeah.
And I have to say I believe in it. Because after you watch something like that, even after you read one of the books, you feel very, intense about how your feelings are inside.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel very, very powerful.
Right.
Because you believe that you can do something, you can make a difference.
Yeah. Right. That's right. Well, Lisa, you're absolutely right, and I agree with you. And I'm just wondering if you don't mind, as far as, let's say, do you have any kind of interesting Wizard of Oz music boxes or the snow globes?
The snow globes? I have a bunch of globes.
Right.
I have, like a Glinda globe, and then there's a globe that I have with the Wicked Witch and Dorothy inside of it, and then
Right.
the sepia tone globe that I love so much is like with Dorothy and a whirlwind in the house on top of the cyclone, and I love that. But one of my favorite pieces is the piece that my friend Stephanie had given to me with Dorothy on the wheel and then the sepia dress.
Right.
She bought that for me for Christmas. That is a very nice figurine too.
That's really wonderful. Wow. I'm just wondering, obviously you love the Wizard of Oz, and all of us do, but have you ever seen Journey Back to Oz or any of those other Wizard of Oz films?
Yes, I have seen, I would say, about the majority of everything that is out there because I've loved anything and everything on Oz.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen...
Yeah.
What did you think of Journey Back to Oz?
Journey Back to Oz I found to be very, very vividly imaginative. It took some creative minds to be able to put that together and able to use Liza Minnelli's voice and even Margaret Hamilton, who was the witch. I was surprised at the other people, too. I believe Mickey Rooney and Milton Berle, a whole bunch of other people, which actually, I think, using those stars of then, actually made the movie what it is to Oz fans now.
Right.
To bring the heart and all that back into, the eyes of Oz and its fans.
You're absolutely right. Looking back on the Wizard of Oz movie, let's say the Wizard of Oz was not produced. Do you see yourself not as excited, not as collecting things, not as you would be if the Wizard of Oz weren't produced?
If the Wizard of Oz had never come out, I really don't know where I would be right now because
Right.
my life is basically based on its sentimentality.
Mm-hmm.
My life is based on its creativeness and its creative juices because that's what I am. I want to be a writer and a collector and
Right.
maybe a singer or anything, because that's what it makes me want to do. If this wasn't made, if it was never written, or if it was never on a stage, I have no clue where I would be today.
Right.
I really don't.
I understand. And, for me, I don't think I could underhand it or understand or whatever how things would be if it were never written, the movie were never done, because, I tell people that, Over the Rainbow is my favorite song, and it's been my favorite song for many, many years. Ever since I was really young, that's my favorite song, and it's not to say, oh, that's my favorite song from the Wizard of Oz. No, when somebody says, oh, what do you have a favorite song, and they're not talking about Wizard of Oz, I will say Over the Rainbow, and it's very true. So, point is, I don't understand what would have happened to me now. I even with the website that we run, the Wizard of Oz is the most major thing on the website, and I don't think, if it weren't for the Wizard of Oz is what it's become more popular. I don't think it would be more popular today as it is without the Wizard of Oz being produced, even for the fact for us to even have, what we're doing right now even happening, So, and of course,
You are definitely right.
and think about all the friends that you've made and all the friends that I've made in the Oz community. We would have probably never known each other at all if it weren't for the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, definitely. I know what you're talking about.
That's
because
right.
It's so iconic in American history.
It is. There would be no Return to Oz. There would be no nothing. I mean, there wouldn't even be, nothing. What?
Tin Man's a miniseries. I saw
That's
that
right.
back in 2007, and
Yeah.
I even have that. I mean, everything comes from an actual part of the heart of Oz, and nothing would be here.
Yeah. And you know what, Lisa? And this goes for everybody that listens to the show, if the Wizard of Oz was never in existence or produced, and all of us love the movie and are fans of it and collect it, we would have saved a lot of money in the past few years.
Oh, yeah.
We would have saved a lot of money. I have spent a fair amount on buying stuff sometimes, but I've probably spent more money buying plane tickets to attend or work at or go to Wizard of Oz festivals in the U.S. than I would have buying Oz collectibles, because, of course, $500 or $600, can buy you a lot of collectibles versus a plane ticket too, when you need to go to an Oz festival. So.
Oh, I definitely know what you mean. Because
think about it.
Which is why, for me, it's hard to go.
Right.
And get, plane tickets and go and do this, because it's so much money.
That's right.
Instead of spending like what I just did, $40 on a Franklin mint piece, on my Wicked Witch and my Dorothy figurine that I had seen at Home Goods, a store near me, and I flipped right out. This was something that I haven't seen in stores anywhere. I can't find it anywhere except for eBay. And here it is in front of my eyes. Now, am I going to buy the $40 Oz, figurine, or am I going to save up to go to the Winky convention?
Right.
I want my Oz. I have to bring Oz to me because I can't go to it.
That's right. I understand, but soon you'll be able to go to one of the Oz festivals soon, or one of the conventions, and you'll be able to work it out. And I know you'll be very happy.
I definitely hope I can and will.
You will.
In the next couple of years, I really would love to.
I'm sure you'll be able to soon.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed it immensely.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. And this has been Lisa Carmichael, who, again, is one of the recurring hosts for the Ozcast series, and she will be involved in many episodes in the future with myself and our other hosts, and of course she'll be involved later on with our guests that we'll have this year for the 70th anniversary of the Wizard of Oz. Well, thank you again.
You're very welcome, and I'm glad that I am part of the radio show, because it's very important to the Oz community.
It really is. Do you have any closing comments that you would like to say to the fans about your collection or about you personally?
I would just like to say that one thing you got to do is keep Oz in your heart, and about a collection, always do whatever you can, even if you just have to, if you want to do it, make something homemade. It's very authentic, and it's real even just to you.
That is.
Because that is what makes a collector a true collector, is the things that make it real.
Right. It's true. You're absolutely right. Well, this has been Aaron Passantine, and again, today we have Lisa Carmichael, and again, we appreciate your involvement.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. This has been Aaron Passantine.
And Lisa Carmichael.
Thanks for listening.
Learn more.